How to make your first million, overcoming inertia and staying focused. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's on every aspiring entrepreneur's mind, how to make your first $1 million. And let me tell you, there's a reason why people say the first million is the hardest. After that, every other million becomes so much easier. Trust me, I've been through it. I made my first million at 18, and every year since, I've multiplied it. But the journey to that first big milestone, it's like trying to get a plane off the ground. It takes an insane amount of energy and focus. So if you're struggling to get started or feeling stuck, this video is for you. Stick around because I'm not just here to inspire you. I'm here to give you actionable steps to overcome inertia and take flight toward your financial freedom. All right, let's talk about inertia. What is it? Well, in simple terms, inertia is the tendency for stationary objects to stay stationary. Imagine this. You're on a 3-hour flight. The pilot spends just 5 minutes getting the plane off the ground, but during those 5 minutes, they burn through 25% of the fuel. That's inertia in action. It takes a massive push to get something moving, but once that plane reaches cruising altitude, it sips fuel and glides effortlessly through the air. And that's the secret behind why millionaires find it easier to keep earning. They're already cruising. They've got momentum. But if you're just starting out, you're still on the ground, and getting airborne takes a ton of energy. So today, I'll show you how to overcome that initial resistance and get to your millionaire cruising altitude. Step 1. Stop comparing yourself to the Musks and the Bezoses of the world. Instead, look at athletes like Messi, Hamilton, or Federer. These people are incredible, right? But here's something you might not know. During their seasons, they're the least interesting people to talk to. Why? Because they're monastically focused on their craft. They're battling fatigue, grinding through intense training sessions, and treating their bodies like temples. They're in bed by 9 p.m., and they're not watching Netflix or chatting about the latest trends. Their lives revolve around one thing: achieving their goals. And that's exactly the mindset you need to adopt if you want to make your first million. Forget about being well-rounded right now. Forget about learning 5 languages or crushing your gym PRs. This is your season of sacrifice. You have to say no to distractions and focus singularly on what matters: building your income streams. When I started my journey, I had no hobbies, no nights out, no mindless scrolling on social media. For 3 years, I was laser-focused. And yes, it was tough. I missed out on a lot, but that sacrifice was the fuel I needed to take off. Once I reached that cruising altitude, I could reintroduce hobbies and relationships, and ironically, I made even more money. So here's the deal. For the next 6 to 12 months, you need to commit to this phase of your life. Embrace the grind. Sacrifice now to live freely later. Let's talk about execution. This is where most people fail. You might be watching this thinking, okay, but how do I actually make money? That's exactly why I created Digital Launchpad. It's a platform with programs that teach you step-by-step methods to build income streams. From e-commerce to freelancing, we've got it all. And it's taught by the best experts in the world. And the best part? You can get access to everything for just $37 a month, or even less if you go for the annual plan. Check out the first link in the description to join. It's the best investment you'll make this year. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final story. Ever heard of the Duke of Wellington? He's a British icon, best known for defeating Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. But here's something most people don't know. He was a talented musician as a kid. After being rejected for marriage and told he'd amount to nothing, he did something life-changing. He took his violin, threw it into the fire, and watched it burn. He gave up his distractions and dedicated himself to greatness. The result? He became one of the most celebrated figures in British history. The lesson here is simple. To achieve something extraordinary, you need to let go of what's holding you back. Burn your proverbial violin, whether it's Netflix, endless social media, or unproductive habits, and focus entirely on your mission. So, are you ready to overcome inertia? Are you ready to fuel up and take off? The journey to your first million won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Remember, every successful person you admire started where you are right now. The only difference is they took action. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this motivation today. And hey, let me know in the comments, What's one thing you're willing to sacrifice to achieve your goals? Until next time, keep hustling and stay focused. You've got this.